Check your math.
Episode 66.
Route 66? That's like an important one, isn't it? Or I don't know. There's a song about it.
Song.
Yeah, one of those songs that ever was.
It's got to be important if it was in a song, right?
I mean, sure, we'll go with that. There's a lot of things in a lot of songs, so why not? It's important if it's in a song.
Like that song, WAP, right?
Oh yeah,
It's all about wraparound porches.
Wraparound porches, yes sir. We love a good wraparound porch.
Yeah.
Megan wants a wraparound porch, whatever our next house is.
Taylor wanted one. I was like, you want a house with that WAP? And she's like, yeah.
That's ridiculous.
She's like, that shouldn't work.
Yeah, why does it work?
Works real well.
Not the wraparound porch. Bucket and a mop for that wraparound porch.
Welcome.
Just gotta park that Big Mac truck right on the back side of the wraparound porch.
Right in the back.
Welcome to 66, everybody. We are the Midwest Sad Boys, and we are back again. Today is just another one of those days where you have to just keep going no matter what happens. We are here. We're here for some stories to tell, hopefully some laughs to be had. Most importantly, some water to be drank.
Ooh.
Let's start right off the rip. Let's get this done and over with. Head on over w.gg. Make your plain water taste better. I assure you, if you start drinking more water, stop drinking sugar and all them fake sugars, I swear you'll feel better. What did I say? That's a gym money back guarantee. You didn't invest any money, so joke's on you.
But I mean, realistically, he's not wrong.
Ooh. All right. Now we get that beautiful hydration check out of the way. Use code SADBOYS. That's BOIS at checkout. Save 10% whole off your order. W.gg. Drink more water, feel better.
Speaking of water.
What's that?
I was 2 days ago years old.
Okay, yeah.
When I realized that, I do a lot of like flavor packets. So besides Dubby,
right.
Also do like the lemonade packet or
Crystal Light.
Or like the Propel packets.
Ooh, yeah.
So like the one thing I love about pop is the carbonation, right? Do you ever realize that you could just put club soda in like a lemonade flavored packet and you get a bubbly carbonated lemonade?
I mean, I assume that when you say seltzer water.
Club soda.
Club soda. What is the difference between club soda and seltzer water? Because I honestly don't know.
I don't know, but there's no taste to the club soda.
Interesting.
So when you mix it with lemonade, like I have right now.
You get a little bubbly beverage.
Carbonated lemonade, dude.
Interesting. I will have to try that.
Honestly, game changer.
You know what? Maybe I'll have to stop at the store and get me some club soda, some club pop.
So I'm drinking right now.
Some club pop.
Some club pop.
We don't drink club soda here.
We don't conform to the S word around here.
I'll have to stop at the store and get me some club pop, and I'll have to mix it in with my Dubby the next time
That's a great.
I'm
choice.
having a nice, refreshing Dubby for morning time. Give me some caffeine, some jitterless caffeine boost throughout my day.
Your little breakfast dub.
Oh yeah,
little lunch dub.
I drink it every day on my way to work. It gives me that little shot of caffeine that you need to really, fight financial crime and answer stupid questions. Fucking dude. Banks be banking, yo. Banks be banking.
That's what they do.
Yeah, and I'm over this whole bank thing, but banks be banking.
You know what would make it better for you?
What's that?
Is if you would join us in pumpkin spice latte season.
They don't make pumpkin spice water.
But they make pumpkin spice lattes, and buddy, I'll tell you, people say that you can't buy happiness, but you can buy a pumpkin spice latte, and they're delightful.
Hey, if that's your vibe, I'm not here to harsh or mellow, man.
Thank you.
So you live your life with your PSL. I will happily drink my little strawberry refresher from Starbucks.
When's the last time you ever tried a pumpkin spice latte?
I think I try every time Megan gets one. I'm like, oh, let me try the first one of the season, and it's always trash. Then I just never try again.
Have you tried like the caramel apple latte things that they have?
Honestly, man, you lose me at the word latte. You should know brother. We have been friends.
I know, but like, I just want it to happen.
And my words are always, if you buy it, I'll try it. because I'm not paying for something I know I'm not gonna like.
That sounds like it's a sad boy Starbucks date coming up. That's what I'm hearing.
Ooh, sad boy Starbucks day. Interesting.
That's what I'm hearing. And
Are we coming at you live next week from the Starbucks drive-through? Ooh. We do have wireless mics. We could do like a driving podcast one time. That'd be fun. No copyright music.
Dude.
Hey, tune in everybody next week. See if we survive these car crashes that we're about to get into.
I don't know if it'd be next week, but we're gonna do one.
Yeah, on next week on Dragon Ball Z. Man, yeah, that, you know what? That would be fun. I'd like to do something like that.
That would be a lot of fun. A little drive-through podcast.
What if that was the Scotland podcast with the sad girls in the back seat too? Give them a little microphone back there. We'll talk about it.
I feel like we need to get some Amazon car mounts for our GoPros.
Hey, well, you know what? If someone wants to sponsor us, let us know. We need some car mounts. Coffee, man. I don't know, bro. It's just you know how I am. It's just not my vibe.
I know it's not.
Yeah.
But like,
I'm down to try it.
I want it.
I'll try anything once, twice if I like it.
I feel like we need to make a trip out to Raleigh.
Mm-hmm. What's out there?
Big B Coffee.
Big B. That's the one that you talk about from Indiana, right?
Fort Wayne. But they have them out in Raleigh. So if we go out to Raleigh, we could stop and get lunch on the way while doing the podcast.
Ooh.
And then go get PSLs.
Sad boy brunch on the weekend?
Sad boy brunch, get PSLs.
Ooh.
That would be...
TK's gone this week, isn't she?
Huh?
Tune in next week. Maybe we'll come at you live from the car. Who knows? We'll see. That will be fun, though.
That'd be a lot of fun.
So I've got, you know what we haven't done in a real hot minute, and this has been sitting in my notes app for a really long time.
I'm ready.
We haven't had a how not to be a dick segment.
Oh, it's been
many episodes.
It's been a good minute.
When you are driving through a parking lot, but you're not air quote parking, do you follow the lines or do you just fucking freeball it?
I follow the lines.
Yeah, like a normal human being does.
Yeah.
Have you ever almost gotten into an accident from someone who's not following the lines?
Literally last week.
Yeah, right? Same, dude. Isn't that ridiculous? Like, I understand if maybe you're cutting across and you're stopping and you're looking and then you keep going. At that point, you're going slower than if you just got in the line and just went. But anyhow, the semantics, I understand. But to just be freeballing across the parking lot,
yeah.
Piece of shit. Don't do that.
I don't care if it's the bottom of the parking lot or not, like, and there's less cars parked, but you can't do that because cars turn in and, like, you're not paying attention. You're just barreling through the lines, you know, and
one time. So the reason I bring this up because this just happened to me last week as well, but I have like a semi-funny story about this. One time it was me, Meg, and I want to say two other accomplices in the car. And we were stopping at the good old Food Lion. We were going to go get some ice cream. So I'm pulling down the road the normal way. And this car that was in front of me decides to like kind of veer off and start like beelining it to like the front row spots. But like in the process of cutting across the rows, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was a very terrible word explanation. There's a lot of hand gestures for those of you listening out in podcast land. He knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
I got to check in so I can save it. Anyhow. So like this dude's cutting across and like I get to the row that I want to pull into and then I turn and I go down the row and this dude almost hits me. And so like I lay on the horn and he like goes about his business and everybody parks and he parks a couple rows down. We get in the store, we grab our things, we get in the checkout line and this very your-sized man, a man of your stature, gets in the line behind us. He goes, "That you driving the Civic?" And I was like, "Maybe." He's like, "I'm sorry. I'm on some medication, and I had my eyes closed, man." And I'm thinking to myself, like, one, thank you for apologizing for almost hitting me.
My bad,
but
dude. I was
two,
sleeping.
brother, what? Yeah, like, dog, you just openly admitted to possibly sleeping behind the wheel. What if you would have hit us? Then what was your plan?
Like, that's like the funniest excuse. My bad, dude. Narcolepsy.
Yeah, right. Oh, sorry. I was, I was sleeping. What, brother? Hold on. Wait a second. Yeah.
And then your response is like, car naps do hit different,
Car naps do hit different though.
especially when you're driving.
Honestly, I kind of respect it. But yeah, man, I've had that on my notes for a while, and we haven't had a "How Not to Be a Dick" segment on the podcast in a really long time.
It's been quite.
And the fact that you were like, yeah, it happened to me last week too, that tells me that this happens far more frequently than it needs to. And shame on every one of you that's a line cutter, whatever what name we're going to give these people.
The closest store to me is a Walmart, so I go there. And of course, the people of Walmart are very...
they're eclectic.
Yeah, they're not really familiar with the rules of the road. It doesn't seem like,
they do tend to not abide by the laws of society.
Like they have a totally different meaning for the show Parking Wars. It's like you get out, you cut me off, pop, pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you never know who's packing. Speaking of which, that's in one of my articles.
Oh god, let's transition. Here we go.
What segways are vehicles. Speaking of vehicles,
segways are articles.
This is not a lighthearted story. This is unfortunately a very somber story. Did you hear of the woman who was murdered at a Taco Bell in Stowe, like Ohio, Stowe? So we will, of course, put the link in the show notes. I'm going to send this to you just so we all are covered on our own bases here. So I'm sending this to you right meow. So anyhow, if you want to read the full story, link down in the show notes. However, here we go. Stowe, Ohio, murder-suicide at Taco Bell.
What?
So this woman is in the drive-thru, and there is someone behind her who is, I don't know if he was behaving erratically or hit her or whatever, but she gets up to the window, and this is according to the article and the police and everybody involved. She gets up to the window and was like, can you guys please call the police? This dude's like being crazy back here. And before the police arrive, but after they called, this dude gets out of his car in the Taco Bell drive-thru and just blasts this girl with his weapon, and then before the police showed up, just turns it on himself. Like, super pussy move. Like, fuck you. You didn't have to take anyone with you. That's just garbage behavior. But yeah, dude, like literally at a moment's notice, you were like, oh yeah, you just drive through the lines and pop. You just be a fucking Taco Bell and just, that's your last chalupa. Like, damn, bro, what?
Just wanted fourth meal.
Yeah, sad, man.
Wow.
53-year-old male exited his car, approaches the female in her car. The police say he shot her before taking his own life. Witnesses told police that he hit her car after honking his horn as she pulled into the drive-thru. And, yeah, that fucking sucks, dude.
Ooh. That's
heavy. That's heavy stuff. You just like, hey, man, you want to go get a fucking Baja Blast? And then you just get Baja Blasted? Damn. It's not funny. That was rude. That was very insignificant of me. That was very wrong, and I'm sorry. Yeah. So.
Baja Blasted.
It's not funny.
Not related to the story.
Baja Blast is delicious, and I can't wait to get Baja Blasted.
Not laughing at the story, but laughing at the terminology.
Yeah, Baja Blasted, man.
People could say that about the spiked Mountain Dew Baja Blast. They're just getting Baja Blasted this weekend. You know what I mean?
I would love to get Baja Blasted this weekend. I need it. What? I told you, man. Today is a day when you just have to keep going, no matter what's happening.
Today's the day that ever was.
It's just, it really is one of those days that ever was, and it's one of those days that you'll just never. Sometimes you just never forget, you know. Anyhow, what do you got on your list over there, sir? Let's take a drink first. What you? Oh, that's right. You're sipping some carbonated lemonade.
Carbonated lemonade, dude.
That sounds really good. I'm kind of jealous. That's
pretty good.
My plain water is pretty weak.
It's pretty good.
The plain ass water. Anyhow.
Hey, just getting hydrated over here.
Dude, how was that hike we went on this weekend?
Honestly.
How do you feel now? It's a couple days later. My legs hurt.
So Taylor asked me yesterday. She's like, "Did your legs hurt after the hike?" I was like, "No."
Bullshit.
No.
2 days later?
Nope.
No? Interesting.
I even did 50 squats yesterday, like last night, and I still feel perfectly fine.
Wow. Okay. Maybe them tree trunks got a little bit more power behind them than I thought they did.
Dude, these legs are.
Now the real question is, can they stack up to 3 7-mile hikes 3 days in a row? Not 3 7-mile hikes each day, but 3 7-mile hikes in a row. Because we'd be putting in some miles when we get to Scotland.
7 miles?
Some of those trails are pretty long, bro. I think we did 5 this weekend, but like some of those trails we're gonna go on pretty long. They're also measured in kilometers, so freedom units. I'm not really sure what the conversion is, so like I'm just gonna assume that they're 7 miles.
How many shacks is?
If the trailheads are 2.5 kilometers, that's like not very long at all.
That's what it says.
I'm just guessing. I don't know.
2.5 kilometers to miles, 1.5 miles.
Yeah, exactly. I was making a joke.
So you subtract 1.
No, that is not how that works. That is not how that works.
Hey man, we deal.
A 5K is like 3.1 miles or 3.2 miles.
3.1.
So like, yeah. So it's not just a -1 ratio.
Hey man, we deal in shaquilles over here.
You're right. We do. We're gonna go over there and we're gonna ask the first Scottish person we see, and be like, "Hey, sir, could you tell me how many shacks it is to get to the?" And he's gonna be like, "The fuck."
Oh, sorry, we're American. He's gonna be like, "Oh,
that still doesn't make any sense."
What do you mean shacks? Sir, have you ever been to America?
Have you ever seen Shaquille O'Neal?
And I'd be like, "No, I don't like going to third world countries." And
Man, imagine,
like,
imagine getting disrespected in another country, and they're like, "America, snub," and you're like, "Ouch."
Oh, these Americans over here. Just turn your nose up to me, and I'd be like, "But I agree with you."
Yeah, we're actually saying the same thing.
We're saying the same thing, brother. We're the sad lads. We're here. We're with you.
Yeah, that's why we're here, because we're trying to get away from there.
Yeah.
Oh,
for
boy.
at least a week.
Yep, minimum 5 days.
I'm trying to stall because I had 2 things. One was the carbonated water, and I had another one that was like sitting like right here, tip of the tongue.
Okay. I can always bust out another one of my
It's
articles
just
here.
like it's right there. I forgot to write it on the notepad.
This one is a little bit this one's a little bit more lighthearted.
So we have anything less Baja Blasted?
I have an article also about something like that. This is an article about how many copyright songs Trump keeps playing at his rallies.
Oh, let's hear it. That sounds entertaining.
There is, you can't really play music unless you have the express written consent of the typically the person who writes it or air quote owns
Whoever
it.
owns the copyright.
Yeah, you can tell me more about how copyright music works. So please explain.
Well, so basically whoever owns it. So like for like my stuff, the Skies Over Valkyrie or Haunter or High Five Tiger, me or anybody else who is involved who is listed as a writer on that music. So whenever you register, you have to register with ASCAP or BMI. That way they can credit you to however many things you were on. So you have a little number you get and everything.
Ooh.
But so like the Skies Over Valkyrie stuff, it's all me.
Right.
I am the one person. So if anybody wanted to use it, they have to have my permission to play it at like a public event or anything like that. It's different than like them using it on like TikTok or Facebook or Instagram because there's like a
Interesting.
there's like a little bit of a law for those certain things where you can use X amount of time,
Like samples.
yeah, essentially.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, basically, especially on like you would, and this isn't a stab just directly at him. This is just what the article keeps saying. It's listing songs that he has played at some of his rallies that the artists then have gone on to say like, I did not give you permission to use that song. Would you like to take a guess at what Celine Dion song he played?
What?
Yeah.
I only know Titanic, so.
Yeah, My Heart Will Go On. So
Right.
apparently he used that song at one of his rallies, and she sent him a letter, or her company sent him a letter and was like, don't do that again. I don't even know this song, but I know the name. Sinead O'Connor. Do you recognize that name?
I've heard that name.
Yep. Apparently he played a song, one of her songs.
Didn't you play a Motley Crue song at one point in time?
Very possible. I haven't got that far down the list.
I thought
yet.
it was like Kickstart My Heart or something like that. I
Checks
think
out.
you played it at one and they were like, yeah, no.
Yeah,
dude.
no, you can't do that. He apparently played Purple Rain by Prince and got a stern finger wagging about that one. It's somewhere in Minneapolis. Despite confirming a year ago that the campaign would not use his music, he then proceeds to use the music. Played a song, I Won't Back Down by Tom Petty. Got a stern finger wagging for that one. I don't know the song Please, Please, Please Let Me Get What I Want by the Smiths. I recognize the name. No, stop it. Stop it. This man did not use In the End by Linkin Park. How dare he?
Wow.
He got a stern finger wagging for that one back in 2020 after they sent a cease and desist letter about using that song. Played Fortunate Son by Creedence and Clearwater. Got a good stern finger wagging for that one as well. Rockin' in the Free World and Devil's Sidekick by Neil Young. He double dipped into the Young pool.
Did he get
Into the... Oh, he definitely more
Phrasing.
than double dipped into the Young pool. Many a times, especially on that...
There's a lawsuit
that one,
about that. Oh.
That one place you have to get through by plane.
With the guy who didn't kill
The
himself.
guy who definitely didn't kill himself and the girl who definitely didn't cover up for him.
Right.
Yeah, double dipped into the Young pool. What? Anyhow, he played that song Happy by Pharrell Williams. Got a stern finger wagging for that one.
At what point are they just going to be like, all right, let's just sue him?
Yeah, right. Like,
Because right now, at this point, if like tomorrow, and this goes for anybody, not just former presidents, right?
Right.
Anybody, if they are like, hey, this person has like 20 allegations of using these songs
Right.
without permission, at what point are you just like, well, he did it to me, I'm just going to throw a lawsuit because he's definitely a repeat offender? Someone would probably side with this.
Oh, so have you not heard about the Taylor Swift drama? We'll get to
No.
that in just a moment.
Oh my.
So he also played Living on the Edge by Aerosmith. Stern finger wagging for that one. You Can't Always Get What You Want by the Rolling Stones. It's kind of ironic, the songs that he is stealing from.
This playlist. Someone has to make a playlist about this.
Of all the songs that Trump has a copyright infringement on. In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins.
Trump tunes.
Just gets fucking blasted by Mike Tyson at the very end there. He apparently played High Hopes by Panic at the Disco. And Mr. Yuri himself gave him a stern finger wagging and said, you can't do that.
Mr. Yuri.
He played a Riri song. He played Don't Stop the Music by good old Rihanna.
Mr. Panic at the Disco himself.
Yep. And Queen
Disco.
Rihanna herself. Cease and desist. Got a stern finger wagging for that one. Dude, I'm still scrolling. There's that many. Sweet Child of Mine.
I'm telling you, someone just has to sue him.
Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses. Everybody Hurts and Losing My Religion by R.E.M. Rocket Man and Tiny Dancer by Elton John. Is this...
John didn't sue him? Someone had to sue him for
It's
this.
Sir Elton John to you. Get it right.
Sir the John didn't sue him?
Sir Elton John said in 2016 that he did not want his songs played at political events, including Trump rallies, according to The Guardian. So why was it say? Oh, The Guardian reported. This is an article on USA Today. He played Rocket Man and Tiny Dancer as warm-up music in the 2016 rallies and got a stern finger wagging for those. So just life lesson, kids.
Tiny Dancer as a warm-up song? Let's get the crowd hyped. Hold me closer.
Not gonna lie, dude. Tiny Dancer fucking goes hard.
But like...
Count the headlights on the highway. Lay me down in sheets of linen. Please, Sir Elton John,
know
don't
so many words to this song.
Dude, I fucking love that song.
That's
I know
great.
the whole song. Mr. Sir Elton John, please don't copyright strike
Mr.
us.
Sir.
Mr. Sir Elton John, the one and only. So not only is this guy constantly getting in some trouble or some stern finger wagons from the music industry for non-copyrighted songs, but he shared, I want to say it was whatever that weird social media app that he created himself, or it was on Twitter. It was one of the two. I think it's called Truth.
Truth, yeah.
So
yeah.
I read an article and it said both, so I'm not sure if it was one or the other or maybe simultaneously, but he shared an AI-generated image of Taylor Swift's likeness wearing an Uncle Sam costume, and it said, Taylor wants you to vote for Trump. And it blew up on the internet, and now your boy, Donnie Boy, is in some hot water, and the Swifties are coming after him. And you know you don't fuck with the Swifties.
Not the Swifties.
You know you don't fuck with the Swifties, dude. But for real though, he's in some pretty deep water with that one. You know that.
I'm just curious how many lawsuits this man has against him right now.
Well, you know what? That is for someone with real journalistic credibility to inform us of.
Yeah.
I will not even remotely try and take a stab at how many he has won and or lost because I do not care.
Yeah, I don't care either.
But it is extraordinarily entertaining
just
to
out
just
of curiosity,
laugh at the goofy
and
things
again,
this man
no
does.
political party required here. Just curious because the man is just something else. You know? So like wild. Gets shot in the ear, makes one of the most hard photos ever.
You gotta admit, that photo was pretty fucking cool.
Steals music for rallies and just all this stuff. Like, the man is an enigma at this point.
He is. He's just living life like it's 2006, back when he's just downloading shit off LimeWire, just taking shots left and right, coming up with some super hard ass MySpace pic, fucking top 8,
showing up on Monday Night Raw, fighting Mr. McMahon. Like,
dude, wild stuff. You know what? Honestly, props to him for getting the bag because,
dude, I mean, the dude is a WWE Hall of Famer. Like, that's wild.
Fucking crazy. You can not like the guy and you could like the guy, but like, you can't deny the fact that he is an eclectic individual.
He's lived a wild life. Good or bad, wild life.
Ooh, yeah. So, let's see.
Oh man.
Has anything that I have said sparked your memory as to what your other article was going to be about? Because we are burning through mine pretty quick. It's going to be a short episode.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think here, but I'm also trying to be a responsive co-host.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
I had something. I had two
it.
things. I was like, I should write this down in the notes app before we get started. And you're like, what's yours? I'm like, oh.
Shit, dude. Honestly,
it's like SpongeBob when it's like, what's his name? And all the SpongeBobs are running around in his brain. Everything's on fire.
Opening filing
My
cabinets.
My name. Forget everything except for fine dining.
Oh, SpongeBob. All right. Well, I've got another article here. This one is a bit.
I'm failing you right now.
No,
I'm
it's
so
okay.
Sorry.
So this is why I save. This is why I have 10 tabs open, because I've got us. So this one comes to you from none other than North Carolina. So you know it's going to be a good one.
Oh, it should be.
15 plus arrested, 50 cars seized, guns, drugs found at a massive Granville County cockfighting ring, sheriff says. Not to be confused with penis sword fighting.
Oh, like the birds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you really? Are you?
No.
You're trying to make a joke?
Yeah, I'm making a joke.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, sir.
Making a joke.
That's called sword fighting.
I just don't know why they would. Why is this a thing? Like, why are you fighting birds?
No, you don't fight the birds. You put birds in the ring to fight each other.
Your bird fights another bird. I get that, but like, why?
Well, who's got the bigger cock? Who's got the best cock? Yeah, nothing that I just said is wrong.
No, you're not wrong. But
So the article goes on to say unsuspecting operators of a massive Granville County cockfighting operation.
Unsuspecting? Well, I didn't know that they were fighting cocks over here.
Yo, who's got their dick out? What the fuck?
What do you mean?
Let's see. Cockfighting operation where abusing animals for betting, charging admission to the arena. Imagine just rolling up to the cockfighting arena, selling alcohol and the whiff of marijuana smoke in the air late Saturday morning, according to the sheriff. They had an undercover officer who was hanging out and just watching some cockfights, and then he calls in the cavalry, and they just whoop whoop and just roll up. 15 suspects arrested. Whew, words are hard. 50 vehicles, thousands of dollars were seized, guns, drugs, the whole 9 yards.
So, okay. So first, I have a question about the arena. Is this
course.
like a wrestling thing where like they have pictures of like
Past champions, cock champions?
just all the different
Cocks?
cockfighters
Yeah.
on the thing, you know what I mean?
It's like El Nino, and it's just him with like his razor blades on his feet, and that's just like his thing. Or what was the chicken from Far Cry 6? What was his name?
Oh, it's
Well, it'll come to me later.
Yeah.
But yeah, what if you had just like El Nino and like, you know, BBC up on the wall, and that was his name, like Big Brown Cock or something like that. Like that was his nickname, and yeah, and there's just like past champions on the wall.
As you just walk in and like, man, this arena just feels like home here. You know what I mean? Like,
What?
So they had guns and money and cars. So like, how? Like, is it like? Do you have people who are like betting these things? Like, hey, I don't have any money today, but like, I'll give you my car if BBC doesn't win.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
Or are they like also running like an underground thing where they're like jacking cars and like they have guns? Like,
I don't know if the article goes on to answer exactly the specifications of your question, but I would maybe suspect they were the vehicles that the cocks were transported in. You were seized in, like if there's a trailer that has multiple top level cocks in it.
Right, the CDS, the cock delivery service.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. They may have seized that trailer and called that a car. I don't know. But also maybe the arena is like old school where like all the cars are parked in a circle and the headlights. Oh. And like that's the arena. Yeah. And like they're just fighting inside these cars and people are like, woo, standing on the hoods of these vehicles.
Oh, and all 50 of them were betting, so they all got
$10 that El Nino takes down BBC in a reach under a round move.
So it's like a GTA thing, right? Where like you get arrested, your vehicle's within certain distance, and that thing's gone.
Oh yeah, you got to go to the impound lot to get it back, hop the fence, and drive through.
Hop the fence or pay the $250.
Yeah, exactly.
But like if BBC didn't beat El Nino, I don't have the $250 to pay.
Yeah, true.
I got to steal this thing, and now there's a whole other thing just because I wanted to bet on cocks.
Sadly, the raid was too late for some of the animals. They weren't in time. Unfortunately, the officers did not arrive in time. There were dead chickens found on the property.
Oh, now we call them chickens.
Right. The cockfighting operation was brutal. Razor blades taped to the birds' legs for deadlier fights.
What the?
Yeah, operators at the time inject the animals with adrenaline during the fights and tossed the birds back into the ring to continue despite them being near death. Holy
That's
shit.
That's terrible.
You got some fucking roided up fucking cocks. This is probably one of the vehicles that I think if I would have just scrolled down, there's a picture of what appears to be a trailer with like cages or just crates or something that they keep these prized cocks in. Got a warrant, yada yada yada. The very first person that they arrested was the guy taking the money for the admission. Unfortunate.
Of course.
The man just doing his job.
He's just trying to put food on the table, man.
Yeah, right. Just trying to make some money under the table, and this dude's gonna get arrested. Hey, man, he was just doing what he was told.
Larry's over there just trying to sling some tickets to the cockfight.
After the raid began, some people fled into the nearby woods, and after sundowns, deputies used drones and were scanning for heat signatures to find these people hiding in the woods.
I hope every single one of them gets arrested and charged.
After 9 p.m., at least 2 more suspects were found using the drones.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. Technology. Get arrested. Like you just can't do that. I'm not like a vegan or a vegetarian or anything, but like animal cruelty is stupid.
Yeah, that is pretty shitty. We definitely don't do that. I think this also might be another CDS, a cock delivery service vehicle. But it also could double as like a food truck.
That
pollo loco you eat really be loco, brother.
Yeah. Oh, so that's what they're injecting into the chicken nowadays.
Yeah. No, I'm joking. Those are not related statements. That was merely a joke. There was no accusations of it being a food truck. That was me being silly.
They're just going there with a shovel after, scoop them up, and just put them them on the grill.
Defeather them, fucking chop them up, and we've got tonight's special BBC tacos.
And they sell them to the people afterwards.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
Oh no.
Yeah. So we dunk on Ohio a lot and we dunk on the South a lot, but obviously for good reason because North Carolina really brings the heat sometimes, good old cockfighting.
We got that, and we got what are those called? The trucks that are like
the North Carolina squat,
the
Carolina
trucks.
Yeah,
they're at a 45-degree angle.
As always, the notes will be in the show note for that particular article.
That's wild.
That way you guys can read more about the article if you are interested. Those are just me texting you the links.
So one thing I did want to talk about, definitely not the thing that I wanted to talk about because I forgot.
But I sparked your memory, so we'll take it.
You got something. So I'm going to show you this too so you can see it. But iOS 18. I am in love with one feature in
Ooh.
like specifically,
not Atlantically.
not Atlantically. The summarize feature.
Is that their version of like an AI thing? What is that?
So
Learn me something.
So it summarizes text messages, emails. That way you don't have to open. It's for someone like me who is really bad at
Okay.
opening text messages.
How many do you have unread right now? Answer.
276.
Jesus Christ.
But like, for example, I got an email from Moment. They sell a lot of camera equipment, accessories.
Right.
If I don't want to read the whole email, look at
Yeah. Show me how
look
the.
at that summary. You see the little like line with the arrow?
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
the summarize. So what's the summary say?
It said so. There's the person it's from. There's the subject line just like normal, and then there's this little swoopy arrow, and then it says promotional email from Moment about their products and services, which checks out.
Right. So then
That's
like
pretty nifty.
Yeah, but like if you look at text messages, I don't know if I have any that are gonna be summarized right now, but
Great example. Give the people what they're looking
okay,
for.
so like,
I like
okay, here. So from our Scotland trip,
right.
it says shared photos of cartoon character and child.
Interesting. Now I have to look and see what was the cartoon
So
character
it
and
was
child.
it was a drawn cartoon character, and then a child was the GIF.
Noted.
So like it summarizes everything. It's super nice.
That is pretty cool. What was the feature? Oh, I am most excited about just being able to rearrange my home screen the way I want to. 19
yeah.
years after Android had it.
Being able to just like go like this and then like
Put it where the fuck you want it.
Wherever
Yeah.
you
So
want it.
like if you wanted to make your background
make
really
your-
cool and you wanted like your apps to not cover the very beautiful face of the person you want as your background. Yeah. I mean, it's about damn time, Apple. Jesus Christ.
I can finally have a picture of Jim on my
that one special picture.
without covering the chalk. The
Stop right there. I'm gonna stop you.
I was
right
never
there.
gonna, I was never gonna say it.
I'm gonna stop you.
That's for my
right
eyes.
there. And yes,
And everybody at your wedding who got airdropped
that
the
got
photo.
airdropped the photo. Right. Yeah, of course. Yeah. What a beautiful gift. Thank you so much. I appreciate you sharing that with all my friends.
I have this amazing photo of Jim, not going into details, that I got one fateful day, and I have saved as a contact image. For how many years has that been? That was 2010, 11, probably 2011.
Jesus, man.
It's been about 13 years that I've had this photo, and I've finally got it like saved and favorited. And we were at it was Quaker Steak.
It was our rehearsal dinner.
For the rehearsal dinner, and I had like brought it out, and like somebody saw it, and like, can I have them? Like, yeah, turn your airdrop on.
And this man just goes, "Hey, everybody, open your phones," and just goes, "Boop, share to all." This fucking guy. What a friend. What a friend.
Hey, we're just sharing the magic of you. We're celebrating you.
Can't believe that photo exists. We tried really, really hard to get that photo to disappear, but somehow
It'll never
the
happen.
internet is forever.
You don't know how many places I have that saved.
That's concerning, honestly.
The answer is 2. So,
Oh, okay. Okay. Not
It's
that
really
not
that
as
bad.
concerning as I thought it would be.
Not that bad.
Let's see. What are we at? We have 40 minutes here. I've got one more article, but this one is a little solemn, but also more infuriating than anything.
Oh, but this is real sad boy season. Let's do this.
So,
Ugh.
in typical fashion, because we typically record our episodes a week ahead of time, we are usually about 1 week behind on like the trends of like popular news articles that
Yeah.
are making their way around on the internet. So I'm sure by now you have heard about the whole Disney Plus shenanigan, right?
No.
Really? You haven't heard about what bullshittery Disney's up to this time? As if there's
Like
not.
raising prices or
Shockingly, no. Worse.
well, they are doing that. But
Well, yes,
what,
of course.
What else?
No. So, in like the super duper ridiculous fine print of like the end user license agreement that you agree to whenever you sign up for any and all services of any kind after like, I don't know, 1900, whenever the internet began to exist. Like they always try and sneak some bullshit in there that usually comes back to bite you in the ass at the haha moment. So tell me why Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but.
So tell me why a woman passes away because she ate contaminated food or allergy contaminated food of a restaurant in Disney. I don't know which park. I'll have to look it up. She eats contaminated food at a park in Disney. She passes away. Long story short, the husband is attempting to sue Disney because the restaurant that they ate this food from is known to be one of those restaurants that takes pride in not serving contaminated food, right? You roll in, you say, hey, I'm allergic to peanuts or dairy or whatever it is. This restaurant is highly rated in the sense of they like will do whatever we can to make your experience perfect, right?
Curious how Disney Plus comes into this.
Because in the fine print of the Disney Plus free trial that this man signed up for in previous years, I don't remember the year, I'll have to look it up in the article, there's a bullshit no arbitration clause, meaning you can't sue Disney over bullshit like that. And they're trying to say this man's case has no leg to stand on because he signed up for this free trial at Disney Prime.
Those two things are not related.
Exactly. I told you it was infuriating.
Holy shit. Your kid just died.
Wife,
Whatever.
Same
thing.
different, but same.
Wife died because of contaminated food at a place. Disney, aside, at a restaurant, served food that was contaminated and
Correct.
she died.
Correct.
Just because you signed up for Disney Plus, a free trial, however long ago, that should not give them an out. That literally, because that
Told you it was infuriating.
that like gives them an out for anything that they could be sued for.
Correct. It's bullshit. So
Oh my God.
Right now, the as of recording this is all I know. So as the series of events unfold, please do your own research. Again, the links will be in the show notes. This man has filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Disney and the owners of a restaurant after his wife died in 2023 from a severe allergic reaction after eating at the theme park. However, Disney argues its terms of use, which the person agreed to when creating his Disney account in 2019, means they have to settle out of court. Disney says, we are deeply saddened by the family's loss and understand their grief.
Bullshit.
But fuck you, pay us. Like, right? Like, that's insane.
Holy.
So let's see. The couple dined at the Raglan Road. It is an Ireland-themed pub located at Disney Springs, a part of the Walt Disney World complex in Orlando, Florida. Of course, it's Florida.
Why wouldn't it be?
Restaurant did not take care of the wife's allergy request, despite being repeatedly told about them. She passes away, unfortunately, at the hospital later that day. Her death was confirmed by a medical examiner as the result of anaphylaxis due to elevated levels of dairy and nuts in her system. The man is suing Disney for a sum in excess of $50,000 plus legal costs. Disney wants the case in courts to be halted and for the dispute to be resolved out of court in a process called arbitration. And for those, I had to look this up because I also don't know lawyer terms. Arbitration means that it's a third-party company that solves your dispute, but it doesn't like go on the court record. You kind of just basically agree.
They don't want it as a lawsuit that was processed against Disney.
Correct. Yeah.
Right.
They
want it off of their record.
Yeah, it's just, that's fucking insane.
Also,
is that not?
$50,000?
I feel like that's not enough.
I'd be like, I want $1 million. You killed a person.
Yeah, no, you fucking, fuck you. I want to own half the park.
That's
now.
not even enough.
You now half the park is dedicated to the person that you fucking killed, and I want their name all over it. Yeah, whatever that costs, let's make it happen. That's bullshit.
It has to say in loving memory of the person that Disney murdered.
Yeah, the Disney fucking murdered and tried to cover up and told me that I can't. Yeah, no, dude, I don't know, man. You want to go to Disneyland because it sounds so fun, and then you see all this shitty shit that Disney does, and you're like, I kind of don't want to go to Disneyland no more.
Like, I mean, I know that could happen literally at any restaurant, so it's not necessarily like Disney's fault,
right?
But their response to it and the fact that they're saying this Disney Plus free trial that he signed up for, omits them from being sued. Like,
That's ridiculous.
That's some big corporate bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
And I hope that man owns Disney after this, because that's absolutely unreal.
Yeah, I told you it was a little solemn. But it was also mostly infuriating. Dude, I read that and I was like, this can't be real. Like, I had to double check.
Let me make sure. Not The Onion. Got it. Okay.
I had to make sure. Yeah, exactly. Wasn't on The Onion, wasn't on any of those other satirical sites. And then like other content creators that I watch on the internet started covering it too. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, chances are if everybody's saying this and like the internet is collectively agreeing on it, chances are it's real. And then, yeah, what a bummer. That's just fucking bullshit, dude.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, dude.
This whole episode's been a bummer.
Sometimes life is just a bummer.
Life do equal bummer sometimes.
Life be lifing every now and then. Sometimes life's pretty hard. But that's why we're sad boys, and we just keep persevering because you don't have anything else to do but persevere. Otherwise,
don't give up because you can't.
Yeah, don't.
Don't do. I mean, I have some not terrible.
Solemn, terrible
Yeah.
things. Yeah, let's do some mental bleach for everybody. Let's get them off the topic of doom and gloom, because that seems to be all I ever bring to the table.
But I mean, you look so good doing it.
Stop it. Thank you.
My job is to build you up. I got some new shoes.
Ooh, what'd you get?
I've never heard of the brand before, but Noble.
Let me see them. Oh, simple yet effective.
Yeah, they're like a lightish green with a gray bottom.
Solid.
So
Are those going to be your Edinburgh shoes?
Edinburgh.
Bruh.
Yeah, bruh.
Wearing the bruh.
So the reason I got them, I was looking, because again, for anybody who's not aware, I wear a size 18 shoe.
Honestly, if you have never seen photo of the two of us, this man is fucking huge. He's one Shaquille. It's crazy.
One Shaq.
He's like just less than one Shaq. It's crazy.
And I Googled like size 18 men's shoe, and this company keeps popping up. I'm like, let me check them out.
Interesting.
Same prices as like Nike and Under Armour, but they had like 20 different options.
Ooh.
And all of them were pretty cool.
Nice.
So I was going through with Taylor. I was like swiping through them and everything. And then I find the clearance section.
Oh, my favorite.
I was like, interesting. So the same shoe that I got in like this light green and gray color in regular black, double the price. So they're literally giving you 50% off because it's not a popular color. So the only thing that sucks, no refunds, no returns, no exchanges on like final sale on these items.
Because it's clearance.
So I did my research. You know, how do they compare to Nike size fit?
Right.
Everyone said exact same as Nike, true to fit. If you're this size in Nike, it's this size in them.
Oh, hot damn.
So I paid $64.
Oh, we love a good deal on some shoes.
That was with tax and shipping. I got them for like $52.
Oh, we love that.
Yeah. So like, first pumped.
Yes.
So I got that. That Mammoth Headwear company for this hat that you got me.
Is that Christmas, birthday? I don't remember.
I think it was birthday.
Birthday? Checks out.
They have beanies.
Oh, that's right. You were telling me about that.
Yeah. So I got also a
fucking big head.
Yeah. I also got like a greenish color beanie.
Solid.
So like, I'm gonna look great in Edinburgh.
Bruh.
Bruh. And then
not to be confused with Edinburgh.
Not Edinburgh. It's like Pittsburgh, but Edinburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
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 That's also a city. Pittsburgh.
That's a city here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Bruh. Yeah. But yeah, so like I got those, and then
the big beanie.
I bought a little crossbody.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you were telling me you got a little new man purse.
I did. Who's going to say anything? That's just my favorite part.
For real.
No one's going to say anything. But also, it looks really cool. It's like a 1 liter thing, right? So it's like pretty small.
Oh, so it's non-freedom units.
Right. Yeah.
Noted.
Right. But it's got a hidden pocket. So for like a passport or phone, it's got a
gun.
It's got a.
You are American.
Yeah.
You never know. Pocket gun.
Not that American, but
pocket sand.
Pocket sand. It's got my bag of sand in it. It's going I'm gonna go through customs and be like, why do you have sand?
One handful of sand.
Sir, why do you have a handful of sand?
Pocket sand. Well, now I don't have any more.
Pocket sand. Runs.
Gets tasered at TSA.
Don't tase me, bro. But I got that. But it also has a little pass through for the cables, so you can charge your phone and power bank and
That is pretty
wallet,
sick.
keys, everything. I'm excited about that because of like the travel, the plane ride.
Right.
I can have that on, and I don't have to like take stuff out of my pocket to get up out of the seat and like go through customs, and it'll be super nice. And then I didn't have to buy hiking shoes because I have my steel-toed boots from, what did I say, 17 years ago.
And they still fit. That
They
means
still-
you were 18, 17 years ago.
Yep.
Good Lord.
I had a size 18 shoe before I graduated high school. But yeah,
insane.
I had this factory job. I worked there for 3 months. Dietrich metal framing.
Nice.
Yeah. But
That's
they're-
crazy.
But they're like, I started Googling them like, size 18 men's hiking boots. And all of these ones come up that look exactly like the boots that I had. And they're
Like some
like,
Doc Martens or something.
well, they're just like brown boots with like steel toe.
Oh, yeah.
They're not very heavy. And I'm like, these are super comfortable. I was like, I'm not going to buy hiking boots.
Nah, send it.
I'm just going
Send
to wear
it.
these.
Man's rolling up to fucking the Scotland with some goddamn Timberlands on.
Hey,
Man's out here just rolling deep in some Timberlands. Man's about to look fly AF on this
it
plane.
looks so good. Well, I'm gonna be wearing my new green shoes.
Oh, right, of
on
course,
the plane.
onto the plane.
It's all about comfort on that
Oh,
flight.
yeah, for sure. Sweatpants and hoodie, absolutely.
I was thinking about wearing shorts.
I get really cold on planes.
Oh, I'm always warm. I'm usually by you, so
I
like,
got
that's why
bad
it's
circulation
hot,
in
you
these
know?
bad boys down here, so these things tend to go cold pretty quick. But I'll keep you warm. Don't you worry,
I
sweetheart.
know. We're gonna
What
switch,
do we-
switch seats around, just kind of cuddle a
Snug,
little
yeah.
bit. Yeah.
You be a little spoon for a little bit. I'll be a little spoon for a
Oh
little
my
bit.
god, I love being a little spoon.
So what are we gonna watch on the plane, man? Dude, Megan and I were talking about this the other night. We are going to be in the sky for 12 consecutive hours.
Dude, we can download so much stuff on Netflix on like my iPad and stuff. We can you want to watch a whole season of his show?
Yeah. You want to watch Lost?
You finally want to get caught up? I will download the whole thing. We'll just do 12 episodes of Lost and we're there.
Yeah, right. That's all 12. You
Actually,
can watch
we-
the whole season.
We probably shouldn't watch Lost while we're on a plane over the ocean.
No, absolutely not.
That's
absolutely
that's
not.
probably not the best plan.
I feel like Castaway, Lost.
What's the other one where they were in the air and then they came back and it was 5 years later?
Manifest.
Manifest. You can't watch
The
that
first
one.
season of that show was pretty cool. Not gonna lie, I didn't watch any more of it, but like the first season was pretty
Yeah,
rad.
that was a pretty good season.
Yeah, Manifest. Yeah, we don't want to end up like Malaysia, whatever flight number that was. I don't remember.
Yeah,
Where we just
still
come
never
back
found that.
18 years later. Yeah. Let's see. What are we gonna watch on the plane? What can we do?
Watch whatever you want, really.
Oh, this is what I was talking to Megan about. Sorry, I got sidetracked. We fell down a rabbit hole. We're gonna be in the air for 12 consecutive hours, and like there's gonna be some point where we're gonna look out the window of the plane,
And it's just going to be
literal water surrounding you. And I was like, yeah. So like, what happens if the plane goes down? Like at that point, where the fuck am I gonna swim to? I sure shit ain't about to swim 18,000 miles to the nearest coast. Fucking kill me.
Your seat is a flotation device.
No, I will head first dive into the turbine of that plane. I do not want to fucking just be floating out in the ocean for 18 hours waiting to get bit by a shark. Just kill me. Kill
Well, I mean,
me.
they'll get the Coast Guard out there.
Kill me. I ain't trying to get nothing in the pitch black of night. Ain't nothing touching my foot under that water. I will become Jesus and I will learn how to walk on water really fucking quickly.
We'll strap some to you and you can just pull us.
Yeah, right.
I mean, so here's what I keep telling myself. I watch a lot of wrestling, right? I watch a lot of YouTubers who do a lot of traveling. This literally happens every single day where people travel
Right.
from one country to the next over the ocean. Literally every single day.
Mm-hmm.
You have a better chance of getting in a car accident than
True.
you do in a plane accident.
Yeah, I think you are statistically more likely to get A, eaten by a shark, and B, struck by lightning combined than you are to die in a plane crash.
I saw there was a thing, it was like you were more likely
Someone check that math on me.
there was a thing, it was like you're more likely to die from a selfie stick incident than no joke. I saw that in I saw
crazy.
Hold on. I want to see if I can find it real fast.
Weird stats of things you're more likely to die from than dying in an airplane crash.
want to see if I can find
This
it.
is probably not the episode we should be talking about, like, as we get closer to our trip, because, like, I can't wait for my mom to text me and be like, "You shouldn't joke about that." Did I tell you that?
I already found it.
Yes.
A study published in the Journal of Travel Medicine in 2022 uncovered 379 selfie-related deaths over the previous 13 years. Among these, 140 tourists tragically snapped their final photo. Meanwhile, only 90 fatal encounters during the same time frame involved sharks.
See what I'm talking about?
You're more likely to die from a selfie stick
And sharks.
than a shark. And that's even more like than dying from a plane. So that's what I'm telling myself is like,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. You just have to believe that the guy at Boeing definitely put all the correct parts together, and he had his torque wrench on and up to spec when he was tightening all those bolts. And that airplane grade duct tape is just holding all that sheet metal together.
That maybe after all, they finally got done ordering all the hits. Maybe they were like, all right, now go back and tighten everything.
Yeah, for real. Go ahead and tighten all the bolts.
Just like bring them in for like routine maintenance and just
just do all the shit that we said you shouldn't do. Yeah, go ahead and uncut those corners.
Yeah. Find that corner, put it back.
Yeah.
You cut it, put it back.
Yeah. We should have put it back before we murdered 15 people, but Boeing. Words. I don't know. Man,
Ugh.
I'm ready to be done.
That's fine. We're gonna end this one. Jim needs some he deserves some rest this evening.
Not to end on an even more solemn note, but today is the unfortunate day that I've received some news that a very close friend of mine has passed away. So I'm just not all here. So thanks for being here, everybody. I'm sorry I was talking about all kinds of death so much today. It's pretty heavy on my mind. And hopefully you guys laughed at some point of today's episode. So I'm going to go before I start to cry.
Don't do that. I appreciate you still stepping up and doing the podcast. But with that all being said, it has been episode 66 of the Midwest Sad Boys podcast. Thank you for joining us for your midweek Sad Boy update. Stay hydrated, stay stretched, and posture ready. And we're gonna put some super happy music trailing out here today to kind of counter some of the topics that we've talked about. Like, follow, subscribe, all the things, do all that. Hand motions, gestures. That's what you're looking at if you're watching the video. If not, this makes no sense to you. But otherwise, like, follow, subscribe, do all the things. Thank you again for joining us. I have been Jason.
I'm Jim.
And
we are the Midwest Sad Boys. Thanks for being here, everybody. And as always, stay sad, y'all.
Bye. See, I'm glad you still said that because I don't want to stay sad. Yeah, I can't even do it.
You can't even say it. See you next week, everybody. Bye.